Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Locker Room Talk with Chris and Michael. Here with my guy Michael, ready to talk some sports after a crazy week. So, how's it going, man?
Good, Chris. How's it going, man? Exciting weekend, man. But we're ready.
Crazy week, dude. Ever since last week, everything kicked off with the NBA playing, dude. It's been absolutely nuts. So, let's jump straight into it.
Let's do it.
So, starting off with the football world, I know we've kind of touched on it briefly in the past, but Julio Jones is a big thing going on in the NFL world right now. I know it was rumors in the past, which is why we addressed the situation. But now it's clear that he wants out, and
Right.
he they asked him today, I believe, this morning, if he thinks he'll return to Atlanta, and he said, "I'm done. I'm out of there." So it's looking like he's on the move. We're just waiting for a win. So I know we touched on like Niners, we talked about Raiders, but other than that, do you have any other places where you think that he could land or like a potential fit for him?
Well, a place that I'm afraid that he could join is the Green Bay Packers.
Maybe.
I feel like if the Green Bay Packers go out and get Julio Jones, it'll be like, hey, Rodgers, like, look, you want some superstars? Like, we'll bring you someone to throw the ball to.
With
And I think
Devontae
that
Adams?
with Devontae Adams, imagine, and they have that good the mini Kittle in Tanyan.
Yep.
So I think that would be like that would be a huge acquisition for the Green Bay Packers. If it's not the Niners, I mean I heard Patriots and stuff like that. But I think if the Packers want to make some noise and they want to like, hey, we do care about you, Aaron Rodgers, and we're sorry for disrespecting you in the past couple of years. We're gonna get you this guy so you can have Julio Jones on one side and Devontae Adams on the other side. I mean, to me that would be a good fit. I don't know about you. What do you think?
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
that's a sleeper pick. Honestly, like I didn't even consider that. Just with the whole, Aaron Rodgers like wanting out and said he's
mhm.
done. But dude, honestly, I think that would make him stay, and that's a scary lineup for anyone with Rodgers, Julio, Devontae, and that they kept Aaron Jones. So, and
Mhm.
he's like you said, Tanyan is a sleeper tight end.
Yeah,
They still got the guys like Lazard and stuff. I know they're not big names, but they've shown to be reliable at times. So
that's true.
that that's that. Ooh, that's a scary one right there. Like you
You know what
said,
I'm talking about? I had a
that's
thing
definitely contenders.
because like I think we've all read the headlines that the Patriots are gonna make a push, but I'm like, bro, who's gonna throw him the ball like that? I mean, Mac
Well,
Jones,
yeah. See, well, the thing is, I'm wondering if Julio knows something that we don't, because I don't know if you heard it over the weekend that he said he wants to be traded to the Patriots.
huh?
That's like his potential landing spot that he wants to go to because he says it's enticing of thinking of playing with Cam Newton.
Ah, no way.
Yeah,
But that's the thing, also, and I think maybe that's gonna happen because I think the Falcons also stated that they don't want to send him anywhere in the NFC.
yeah.
So maybe they, like you said, they know something we don't. He knows something we don't. That might be his possible destination. But I mean, I would love to have him on the Niners. I feel like with Kyle Shanahan, that's some serious pull.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
the whole Atlanta history.
We already got one ex Falcon and Alex Mack,
Yeah, we had what's his name, Tevin Coleman too.
Kevin Coleman, and why not Julio Jones? I mean,
We had Mo Sanu.
most are new. I'm not. See, I don't know. This is where like people start talking about like, oh, contract wise. I'm not very educated on how that works. I don't know
Right.
how the money works. For somehow, I'm like, bro, if they make it happen, they'll make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to do it. Something about like high salary cap. He does charge a lot of
Yeah.
money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that would work. He is kind of injury prone.
It would basically have to be
Um,
like a restructured deal, like almost anywhere he goes,
yeah,
because the amount of money he makes. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but we know he's a superstar
yeah,
talent, so he's
he
bringing
makes a
in the
lot of
money.
money.
Yeah,
So I don't know how that would work, but man, if we were able to land him, that would be enticing for our wide receiver core.
yeah, because
You
we would
would
have
have
like three different like receiver types. You'd have Julio,
exactly.
Julio who's the big body, Debo who's like kind of a big body but still quick, and then Ayuk
Hmm.
who's just like lengthy and just can go get it.
Exactly. So that would be interesting. That's something that we should monitor as the weeks progress to see where he goes, man. Because I mean that Shannon Sharp thing this morning. I mean it was this morning, right?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. I don't really watch Undisputed like
Yeah.
that. Um, but I saw it on social media that he called him live on the air.
Really?
And yeah, he did it. And I don't know. They said they didn't know if Julio Jones was. He didn't know that he was on live, like on the air.
Yeah.
And that's when he was like, "Oh, I ain't going back there."
Oh shit.
Crazy, bro.
Damn. Yeah. See, I didn't even hear about this. I just saw like the picture of him on Instagram, and it said, "I ain't going back there." That's all I saw. Or I'm
Yeah.
done.
So Shannon Sharp called him live on TV, bro, with Skip Bayless right across the table. And that's what he said. That he's like, I ain't going back there, like on live TV. And I was like, what? Does he know he's on
Yeah,
live?
I didn't see the clip. Damn,
So
that's insane.
so I'm like, oh man, I don't know. Well, that's like pretty much cementing that he's gone.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm not going back there. Damn. So I don't know.
Yeah, I've been hearing like the Niners talk, the Patriots talk came out over the weekend. I haven't heard anything, but I feel like one place that he might be a decent fit is in Indy, bro.
Oh, I
Like
heard.
that's like another like that's a
Yeah.
staple for them on offense. Like they got Ty, they re-signed him. I know the other guy, I forget his name, is like Micah something, number 11. So they got like some decent young receivers, but I feel like if Julio could go in there and be that guy, kind of like the Emmanuel Sanders was to the Niners receiving core,
That's
where he
right.
just taught him and said, "Hey, soak everything up."
That would be huge, man. I feel like I just as long as he doesn't end up in the NFC West team.
Yeah.
Because
You think fucking
you think
Seahawks?
Seahawks, Cardinals. They said that has D Hop, and he said, well, maybe we can restructure my deal to bring him over here." I don't think he would,
Yeah.
but just as long as they, I mean,
I think that would cement the NFC West for the Cards, bro.
yeah, I think that would put him up at least another level, another step to go to. The Rams also, but they don't got money. They don't have any assets to give up.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't think the Rams are going to do anything. Maybe Cars, Niners. I think Niners are the best bet out of the NFC West
For
to
the
land
Niners,
Julio.
for the Niners though, or like in general, I mean, we've talked about it briefly in the past. Like, don't you think the injuries are concerning them?
Oh, I
Like, no
think
matter where he lands.
they're huge because he can end up playing wherever he goes, and he's injury prone. Well, he only plays three games out of the season,
I
and
looked
you're
into
fucked.
I looked into it. I want to say it was Friday night because I was like, okay, who has been in the league a while? They said he was turning 32 and blah blah blah. They're like, that's the headlines that I saw. Like, can he still be productive at 32 on a new squad?
Right.
So I looked into it. He's been in the league since 2011. He's played 4 full seasons. Like, there's only been 4 years where he's played the 16 games.
Oh, that is concerning.
There was a few years where he played like 14 games, so like almost a full season. But
Yeah.
there was games where he played years where he played 5 games. He played 9 games.
Well, I mean, look at last season,
Yeah, he missed most of the year with hamstring, right?
and
So it's like,
that's scary.
and I've seen like hamstring, shoulder, hand, yeah, like quad muscles, like all like key components to the receiver core.
Yeah, that's concerning, especially if the Niners do pursue this and they give up. Who knows what they're gonna give up for him and stuff like that? For him only to get injured, maybe week by week 5 or something, and then you're screwed.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think honestly, I will take him if it doesn't cost us a first round pick.
Yeah,
Which I don't know if it will. I mean, I would assume it will because his stature and everything he's done. But I just feel like we already gave up the 3 for Lance, or
Yeah.
But it's like even if we didn't, I still wouldn't want to give a first for him. Like I just with the injuries, like if he could guarantee like I'm gonna be out there, I'm gonna be healthy. He didn't have like a track record of injuries.
Right.
I would go get him. But I think if we can manage to sneak in a trade somehow for like a second round pick, bring him over.
Yeah, if that's possible. Like don't give like the farm away. Like
Yeah.
so that's something that we're gonna we're obviously gonna watch. All the Niner fans are gonna watch and just stay glued on to see what happens. I mean, we would love to have like that. Like we've talked about it like in this season and last season of the podcast. The Niners need that go-to guy in the red zone.
Yeah, like that number one receiver.
That number one receiver, and we're still yet
Who better
to find one.
Who better than Julio Jones? Man,
Who better than Julio Jones, man?
in the red zone? That's
Something
insane.
to watch.
In the thing that I was reading, I told you like that he only had 4 full seasons, but that his numbers during his full seasons were
Oh,
it was like 120 catches per first season. Like I don't even remember the amount of touchdowns, but dude, it was like insane off the chart numbers.
yeah. I think I saw like a crazy stat. Julio Jones has 3 catches, 320 yards or some shit like
Yeah,
that in one
yeah,
game.
yeah.
Come
Because that's
on,
like a
man.
big body receiver. Like
Yeah,
he can go down the field too. So I feel like if uh if Green Bay lands him with Aaron Rodgers' arms, or even Cam Newton, bro, he's got an arm. And I know, like,
yeah,
before he had COVID last year, his first 3 weeks, he was slinging it down the field. So I don't know. I feel like he needs to go somewhere who has a big arm, you know?
that's true.
But we'll
I
see.
mean,
Like you said, man,
yeah,
monitor it.
that's crazy.
Still got a long way to go for this NFL offseason. So we'll keep tabs on that. But moving forward to NBA, last time we touched base, it was right before the play-in, and we gave like our little predictions. I know I didn't do the best on the predictions.
Bro, I was way off.
I picked San Antonio, they lost. I picked Charlotte, they lost.
Bro, Charlotte did us so
Dude,
dirty,
Charlotte
bro.
was like they tanked, bro.
That Charlotte game was just disappointing to watch. I
Yeah.
was excited. I'm like, oh, I'm ready for this, elimination game. Let's go,
Hmm.
bro. They didn't show up, man.
Yeah, it
I
was
think
just
they
the
lost.
inexperience.
They lost probably like what they lost by like 20, about almost by 20, man.
Yeah.
It was just embarrassing to watch. Oh well.
Yeah. Anyways, we have our teams going forward. I mean, the one that was shocking. I mean, you picked the Warriors, I picked the Lakers. I think that was by far our best game of the season. Like we talked about, right after the game, like playoffs or not, playing tournament or not, best game of the season.
Oh,
And
best
like
game of the season.
I wish they would have beat Memphis so that they would have the chance to go to a 7 game series, because everyone would want to see that, dude. So,
Everybody.
but I mean, overall, dude, Memphis they stepped up. I mean,
Look,
go ahead.
it's just like wow. Like I think the Warriors and Laker game was a perfect beginning to what these playoffs are gonna be, bro.
Hmm.
Like that's just set the tone. And they probably like, we gotta match up this game. Like we gotta
Yeah,
up this game. And we saw it through the first round, over the first games of the first round. We're all coming down to the wire.
yeah,
And I was glued to my seat. And now bringing it back to the Warriors, I mean, I would say it's a disappointment season for them, because you got to blame. I think you got to blame. I know you give Steph Curry, um, you know, some pressure on him, telling him that you wanted him to see him take that team to the playoffs.
right.
And me too. I wanted to see what he could do, but I kind of blame this season more on the Steve Kerr and the front office.
Yeah,
I bring it back to like I'm diehard Warrior fan, but I support the Warriors. I'm a Sac fan. Uh,
Sacktail Kings, baby.
bro, big old Mike Bibby days, bro.
That's the longest drought in playoff history, huh?
I think it's like 15 years, something like that. But I've been monitoring, from the beginning of the season when they knew they were gonna have Clay.
Yeah,
They knew it, and I think it comes down. The season comes down to where they had a chance to pick up somebody to support Steph for the second half of the season, and I think Oladipo was there.
yeah.
Oladipo was there, and I think they were even thinking of like going to get Bradley Beal, like to trade him for them, and they didn't get anybody. And I was like, man, are you guys not trying to like get in the playoffs? I mean, you guys have a decent roster.
Yeah.
All you need is another guy who can score, because Curry can't score 40 every game,
Hmm.
and he can't do everything. So that's what I saw. I saw the Warriors kind of just throwing the towel a while back, and kind of just like, oh well, if we get in, we get in. If not, oh well,
Yeah.
you know. And you saw that against the Memphis game, bro. Like those guys came out to play.
Hmm.
John Morant, Dylan Brooks, Jackson, Valanciunas. I think Valanciunas is a dope ass big guy.
Yeah.
He is a huge guy, man, and kudos to them. I think the Warriors need some thinking, because I don't think even with Clay coming back, they might need to add somebody else
Yep.
to that roster. I don't know what you think, just based
No,
off that game against the Memphis Grizzlies.
no, yeah, real quick, going back to the whole Steph thing, that
Hmm.
the ultimatum I kind of gave him. I mean, I feel like he earned my respect. He did what he needed to for the Warriors to get there, and I feel
Hmm.
like you said, Kerr, the front office, Draymond, again,
Draymond, bro.
they dropped the ball. So I mean, I just feel like I give Steph his credit, and they should have made the playoffs. So he's up there for me. I'm still not sure about on the Mount Rushmore, but definitely in the conversation. So I feel
How do
like
you
go ahead.
how do you feel about Steve Kerr's comments at the beginning of the season when he was like, "Well, we're not chasing wins."
Yeah, that's the thing. He was like, "Oh, we're not chasing wins. We're not gonna put Steph in there 40 minutes a night to chase wins." Like, I just feel like that's stupid. He's kind of like,
Stupid, bro.
in a way, like it was a blanket statement for him to save himself. Like, okay,
Exactly.
if we don't make the playoffs, it's because we're not making Steph put it all in on the line, which he did. But
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, it was just a blanket statement for him. He's trying to save his ass. So I feel like Steve Kerr was part of the problem definitely this year.
Of
The
course.
rotations he had in there were sketchy. Um, he definitely needs to be looked at. I mean, I don't think
I
his job security is on the line at all. But I mean,
That's two
if it were
seasons in a
anyone
row.
else, I feel like it would be if it were anyone else. I mean, last season you kind of got to give it to him. I mean, Steph was out, Clay was
That's true.
out, so they had
That's
some
true. Okay, I'll
down
give you that
games.
one.
Yeah. So, but this year, like I said, definitely should not have missed the playoffs. They were at home, bro, against Memphis. They had
They
just
were
seen
at,
Memphis the week before at home as well, and they blew them out of the water. So I mean, feel like what's the excuse? I mean, I know Steph was tired, but I mean,
I
like I said, those rotations that he was putting in there.
it was crazy rotation, right? And I think look, Steph did what he did. He showed up,
Too
but
much
that
Bazemore, bro.
did Bazemore. Did you watch the game, right? You watched the game?
Yeah. No, I was listening to it on the radio, bro. I was on my softball game, but we had it playing.
Oh, okay. So you didn't watch that last drive of Draymond when he tried to lay it up.
No, I saw like the highlights and the videos of everyone roasting him, but like I didn't see it
It's
live.
just like, bro, like how you it's like it was. I was watching here at the house, and it's like you literally had an open lane. All you had to do was float it.
Yeah,
Just like John Morant was doing that whole game.
dude, they were
That
making the memes of him. You know how LeBron was like, "I saw three rims," and shit. Right there, like they're like Draymond saw three rims and he shot for the left one. I was like, "Damn, dude, they be
oh
going
man.
crazy."
Anyways, we'll see what happens with the Warriors, man. I did read today that Steve Kerr and Myers met with Draymond today, telling him that hey, bro,
You step it up.
you need to score, bro. Like
Hmm.
we love that you play defense and that you assist and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
like, bro, when you're open, you need to take a shot and you need to sink it.
yeah. Now is the time to be a scorer
Now,
again. I mean, of course, he's not like that younger stuff that he was, but if he could average double digits in scoring, dude, you know how effective that would be for the team.
exactly, and I think also the careless turnovers, man. I was
Yeah. I
like I
mean,
know.
yeah, in general, bro, like the whole team, they had like 41 turnovers in the both playing games.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, it shot him in the foot against the Lakers in that third quarter,
Yep.
and then it just transpired onto that Memphis game, bro, and
Hmm.
they just never recovered from that.
Yeah, dude, it was insane. I mean, sucks for Warriors fans, but in a way, I don't feel bad. So everyone's giving me shit. So
But
and
kudos, bro, to Memphis, bro. Like they showed
yeah,
up in that first game. I don't know if you want to transition us into the first
oh
games of that.
yeah, yeah. Well, transition. I wanted to go through like not through the entire playoff bracket, but just the first round matchups. We'll give
Hmm.
our little our predictions. So yeah, that first game, I only caught the end of it, which was insane, dude. The Dylan Brooks, I feel like he is the X factor in
Oh,
Memphis.
huge X factor,
He's like
bro.
that. He kind of reminds me of a young Draymond, like nitty gritty, like wants to get in your face, but
Hmm.
obviously he has more of a handle. He's more shifty, and has, I feel like his game. At first I was like, I didn't really like him. The comments when Iggy got sent to Memphis, and
Uh-huh.
Iggy was like, I don't want to be here. I don't know if you heard it, but Dylan Brooks was like, man, get out of here. Then we don't need you.
For real?
Yeah, he said that. He's like, we don't need him. Like he's. I think he said that we don't need that old man. He's a sucker or something like that. And he was like, we're gonna show him what it's all about here in Memphis. And
Damn. Well,
and
kudos, bro, to
and then
them, man.
they almost made the play in last year.
That's
They lost
right.
to Portland.
To Portland.
Yeah, and then this year he's balling, dude. I think he had 34 points last night.
Yeah.
Uh,
That shit was dope, man. I watched. Luckily, I had the chance to watch all the games this weekend, and
Yeah,
I watched that last game last night against Utah, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Jazz. I don't know how Bogdanovich is him and Ingles, bro. I'm like, I don't know how these guys play basketball, bro, but they just sling it, bro,
they
and it
just shoot.
falls.
That's
It
what it
just
is.
it falls.
They got like no handle. Like their crossover is like super slow, but yeah, they can shoot, bro.
They
That's
can
what got them
shoot.
there. Ingles looking like a math teacher and
Exactly,
normal
bro.
Tuesday morning and shit, but he's out there slinging it, bro. Lefty.
I called it the battle of the shitty rebrands because bro, that arena, bro. Look, we come from an era where we used to see the Utah Jazz with those dope ass uniforms with the mountains, bro.
Yeah, that was
Those
sick.
those Stockton days and
Yep.
Malone days,
Mm-hmm.
and their court was like hella icy, looked like
Yeah.
ice. Shit
Yep.
looked dope, man. Now it
Take
looks
no,
sad.
baby.
It's like, take no, bro. All white is so garbage.
Yeah.
And then like I like these Memphis uniforms that they got going on right now with the it's like slash
Oh
the Vancouver ones with the
yeah,
Memphis kind of, but those all blue baby blue Memphis those shits are ugly, bro.
yeah,
Like I used
hideous.
to see where
Or the
it was
white
a
ones too.
yeah, it was like we come from when Vancouver it was a grizzly like this, bro, and it
Yep.
was like just coming at you.
Yeah. hmm
I don't know,
we kind of
but
talked about that. I think like in the past, like
yeah,
last season, where like all the logos just got like generic and
shitty.
just weak as fuck. So
Like even this Denver Nugget game I'm watching right now, like with the shitty like the uniform has like
the red
looks
one.
nothing. Yeah, bro, it looks nothing like where when the Kembe Mutombo was there, bro. It doesn't look like
Yep.
that no more.
hmm
But anyways, back to the Grizzlies. Man, they played good. Man, they played solid. They played hungry. We thought they were gonna be tired, but they weren't.
I think they could be a sleeper in this playoffs. You know,
I think they can
I
take
think
this
that's the
team.
one sleeper now. Now that they took down the Warriors, I'm like, oh shit, kind of opened my eyes. You know, like I think
Yeah.
last year it was really all John Morant. And this year, Dylan Brooks is coming out of his shell, you know, coming into his own. So I feel like
hmm
the pressure is off Jaw. Like, yeah, at the end of the games, like we saw against the Warriors, they put the ball in John Morant's hands, and you know he made
Right.
that little spin move and the shot. But I feel like he necessarily doesn't feel like that. He's like, oh, I can dish it to Dylan Brooks. I can dish it here. I can dish it there. You know. So I feel like that's going to help them maybe make a little bit of a deeper run.
And I think the thing too about Memphis is all those second opportunities that Valanciunas gets them, bro. I
Yes.
mean, the offensive rebounds from that Warrior game to this Utah game. I'm like, bro, this guy, he at least got one. He got one out of two rebounds, bro. Like
hmm
he got 50%, was able to get a second chance for them to shoot. And when you have opportunities like that, man, you're gonna sink one of the two.
He goes crazy
So
on the boards,
it
dude.
goes crazy. The thing is with this Memphis team though, bro, is they foul a lot.
Yeah.
So they get into foul trouble pretty early.
Yeah, they're young.
And
They just want to be aggressive, you know.
exactly. So we'll see how that series goes. I heard Donovan Mitchell's gonna come back for the next game.
hmm
So
He was supposed to suit up game one, they said.
oh, he's hot. I don't know if
Yeah.
you read, but he's hot with organization.
Oh, really? I no, I didn't hear about it. They didn't let him
Yeah.
play.
They didn't let him play. He's like, bro, you trained me for 3 days. You trained me, prepared me for this game for 3 days straight. And you even let me shoot around today. And then you tell me I can't suit up? So he was
Yeah.
hot. He's hot with the organization right now.
Shit.
So we'll see what
Dang.
happens.
So then maybe that might spark him to go off.
Exactly.
Be
Or to
like,
go off, or if they don't get past, then he might want to trade. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. I don't know. That's something to look forward. So going forward with that, who's your prediction to make it out of this series? Utah or Memphis?
Man, I think it's too soon for me to make a decision. I'm gonna go. I
Even
think I'm
though
gonna
Memphis
go.
leads 1-0, but
Yeah. Even though Memphis leads 1-0, it was without Donovan Mitchell. I gotta see how it comes back with Donovan Mitchell, and I'm pretty sure that Donovan Mitchell's gonna be healthy for the rest of the series. So I'm gonna, even though my I want to go with the underdogs. You know, we like a good underdog
yeah,
story. You know, I want Memphis to pass underdogs, but I think I got to go with the safe bet, which is Utah Jazz. I think they're a lot stronger with Donovan Mitchell on the floor. What about you?
yeah. Same thing. I got Utah taking it because, like you said, Donovan Mitchell's going to come back. He's going to be, you know, that rock, that playmaker with Mike Conley too. So I
Hmm
feel like they, you know, they obviously were number one seed for a reason. You know, I feel
That's
like
right.
maybe going a little deeper into the playoffs, like next round, that's when they face like a for sure tough competition, and they might be out. But for now, I gotta go with Utah. You know,
Definitely, definitely.
shit. But next series, man, this is the one that was pretty good too. So they have the Clippers and Dallas, and right now the Clippers lead 1-0. What did you think about that series?
I mean, wait, who leads? Who leads first?
Dallas is up 1-0.
Dallas was in right. Yeah, yeah. That one's gonna be pretty tough, man. But unfortunately, I'm gonna go with the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, same.
I think Dallas Mavericks are gonna shock this series. They're gonna move on to the next round. Luka Doncic is playing really good, man,
hmm
and a healthy Porzingis, bro. Like both of them linking up,
hmm
they can do some damage like they did it in that game one.
Yep.
And you know, I thought the X factor was gonna be Paul George and stuff like that, but I didn't. I just didn't see that. I didn't see the tenacity from him and Kawhi and Pat Bev. I didn't really see it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the upset here. I'm gonna say Dallas Mavericks goes on to the next round.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Dallas too. I feel like this is a matchup that we saw last year in the bubble,
Hmm
and I feel like everything was going so right for Dallas, and then they, you know, there was that hard foul against Kristaps, which they didn't call, and that led to the
hmm
injury. And I mean, I know there's a lot of people that have mixed emotions about Kristaps, and they're like, oh, he's not worth it. All this hype that he had, getting drafted early to New York.
Hmm.
But I feel like maybe it was just too much pressure over there. And now he's kind of,
Yeah,
coming into his own. I feel like still he does kind of care about his image a little bit too much.
yeah,
But yeah, him, a healthy Kristaps Porzingis and Luka, and they got supporting players. They got Redick out there, dude. They got
right.
Richardson. So I feel like when it comes to the Clippers, they just don't have any camaraderie. I just feel
Hmm.
like it's kind of each man playing for their own. You got
Hmm.
Kawhi, who's just like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna show up to work. Like, I'm gonna do my job. If they don't do that job, that's on them.
Right.
He's not like that leader that they need. And same with playoff, fucking playoff P or whatever they call him. So,
Don't they got playoff? Don't they got playoff Rondo too?
I was about to say playoff George, but they got playoff P. Yeah, they got
Um,
Rondo too. So I mean, if you look at the Clippers roster, on paper, they got Rondo, they got Kawhi, they got PG, they got what's his name, the
they have
French dude,
they got Zubac,
Zubac, and then his
Batum, Batum.
yeah, and his backup, Zubac's backup, the French dude from the Raptors, uh, Serge
Oh,
Ibaka.
Ibaka.
Yeah, so they got squad, dude. So I feel like they should be doing damage, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't see like, oh, I want to go out there and win. I don't see it from them. I
You
just
know
feel
what?
like it's just like whatever. Like it's another game.
We're calling this upset, right? And I think now I'm bringing it out of perspective. I think the Warriors are gonna go get a superstar. After this season, I think it's gonna be Clay, Curry, and some. They got to bring another superstar.
Yeah,
And I think this is gonna be if the Clippers fail. I think they're gonna go get Kawhi Leonard.
you think so?
I think so. At first, I think we mentioned before. I'm like they were gonna maybe go get Giannis
Mm,
if they don't if the Bucks don't do they don't do well in these playoffs. But he signed that long term extension with Milwaukee. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how that works with the contracts and how they can restructure to move players around.
yeah, they would have to restructure definitely, probably.
Um, but I think this is a player where they can probably, oh shoot, 2 seasons already, not doing so well with the Clippers. Like, let's try to bring him over with the word. I think that's something that they're going to target in the offseason if the Clippers lose this series. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're right, but I feel like not only this series. I feel like if the Clippers don't win the championship,
Oh,
he's
that's,
gonna he's gonna be contemplating it. I mean, because if they win this series, but then they go on to lose to whoever,
yeah.
or even if they lose in the
Oh, that's
finals,
true.
I feel like he's gonna be like, dude, I compete for championships. I went to San Antonio, multiple championships. I went to Toronto, 1 year championship. And he's here in LA where he wanted to go to be different in his hometown instead of being a Lakers. So, I mean, which I'm not knocking it for. I think it's cool how he tried to,
Yeah,
put the Clippers on the map. But I feel like if they don't win the it's championship or bust for him right now. And
that's
I
it.
want to say he's a free agent after this season, right? Or not a free agent, but he has a player option where
Right.
he could choose not to resign.
And
Which
that's
he
why.
would also be another guy where they would probably have to restructure because he makes a lot of money too.
That's true.
But I think that would be a steal for the Warriors if they got Kawhi.
That's what I think.
All the heart that he gives out there with Steph too, the heart that Steph and Clay give.
Definitely. Imagine.
Oh man, that would be insane.
That's what I.
Um,
That's what I think. It's very early. I'm pretty sure we'll get to that point in the podcast when it's time to, when it's NBA free agency stuff like that.
right.
But as I'm making that early prediction, I think if yeah, like you said, if the Clippers don't even make it at least to the conference championship, like I think he's gone, and I think the Niners, I think the Warriors are gonna make a run for him. I think so.
That's definitely something I can see too. I mean,
Right?
honestly, as much as I hate to admit it, I think that would be a good spot for him.
Yeah.
Sheesh. All right, moving on for the next series. Oh, did you say you said you had who you had?
Mavericks. We had the
Yeah,
Mavericks.
we had Mavericks. Okay.
Yeah.
Next is the one going on right now is Denver and Portland. Right now, Portland is up 1-0. Are they still playing?
They're still playing right now. They're in the third quarter.
Okay, yeah. So the Nuggets are up right now. So could be potential tied series, but who do you got moving on from there?
This is a very very tight one, bro. I think and I'm gonna go with I think it's time Lillard gets one, and I'm gonna pick Portland here. I'm gonna think Portland somehow finds a way. I mean, today I watched the first half and whatnot, and the Nuggets were just obliterating them,
Mm-hmm.
But that first game, Lillard put on a show, and Lillard was kind of bringing them back in this game. So I'm just thinking, okay, maybe they drop this one and they go back to Portland. But I think Portland, like, I think they can win it in this
Think so?
series. Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna go opposite, which I want
yeah,
Portland to win. I'm rooting for Portland,
yeah.
but I feel like we talked about with the Joker, in his MVP candidacy. So I feel like he's doing what it takes. And they also got the other what's that young kid, Michael Porter Jr.
Oh yeah,
He's up there. They got Paul Millsap. They got
Gordon.
they got the guys can hold it down. So I feel like I forgot about Gordon.
Gordon's on there.
So
Yeah, I was watching it, bro. They're sinking shots, dude.
yeah, so I feel like in terms of depth, I'm gonna go with Denver. They're number
Uh,
3 seed for a reason.
right.
I feel like for Portland, it's kind of you got Dame, and if he's having an off night, which usually it's only one or the other. It's like if Dame's going off, CJ's quiet. If CJ's
Mm-hmm.
going up, Dame's quiet. So I
Yeah.
feel like as good as a backcourt they have been and they can be, it's rare for them to go off the same night like Steph and Clay do. So
Right.
I feel like they are the team, Dame and CJ. So I feel like that's the reason why they haven't got over the hump. They haven't had a championship in Portland yet. So I'm gonna go Denver in this one.
Okay. Okay. So 1-1. I think Portland. I think Portland. Bro, Melo.
Yeah,
Melo.
yeah, that's true. But I mean, what happened last year, bro? What happened last year?
Melo, bro. Didn't they go out like 4-1 to the Lakers?
Yep. Everyone that I remember that everyone posted, they're like, "Oh, Portland steals game one," and Chuck was like, "If Portland wins game one, sweet Portland, sweet." I'm like, "Come on, dude."
That's what he's been saying today too, bro. He was saying
Yeah,
that with the Bucks.
he always says that. Chuck is on some other shit, bro.
Oh man.
Chuck is drunk all the time, probably. All right, last one in the Western Conference. Number 2 Phoenix Suns versus my Lakers.
Ooh.
Tough one, dude. What do you got there?
I mean, that was a great game yesterday that I watched,
Yeah,
and I think Devin Booker. I mean, I think Devin Booker stole the show, man. Devin Booker
mhm,
stole the show. I mean, great athlete, great player. I didn't know he was half Mexican.
yeah.
Did you know that?
I heard it like a few weeks ago.
I didn't know that. I had to search into. I'm like, what is this guy's ethnicity? And
Yeah.
yeah, bro, he's half Mexican.
hmm
Believe it or not. But I watched that game. The Suns did good. Chris Paul, was hurt. Um, but I mean, I think they were just the Lakers were a little hungover from that win against the Warriors that
Yeah.
went down to the wire. I don't think Anthony Davis has another 13-point game in him.
No. I mean, look
13.
at
I mean, he went with 13 points, man.
yeah.
You know, and I don't think DeAndre Ayton is that type of guy to stop him like that. You know what I mean?
No.
Um, but LeBron was a little off. Also, Schroeder was just horrible.
Yeah.
Schroeder was horrible. Um, I think your X Factor is what's his name? The guy, the white guy,
Caruso.
Caruso. That's your X Factor, bro. He's a good
Yeah.
defender.
He was
I,
against the Warriors too.
yeah, I think he needs to be on Booker all game. I think
Think
that's
so?
the. I think that's the that. I mean, he slowed down Steph,
hmm
and I think if he plays that type of defense, that man defense against Book, I mean, I think you can stop him. I mean, CP3 can hit shots too, but he's towards the end of his career, I think almost. So I think someone like maybe Schroeder can guard him, a little, or even LeBron, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but good game. I mean, they won by 9, I think.
hmm
But overall, who would I see winning the series? Oh, it's gonna be tough, bro. Because I like what I saw from Phoenix, and I mean, and then we know what when you have LeBron on your team and AD, you can't rule them out.
Right.
I think this is gonna be a 7-game series, bro. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I think so too.
7-game series, and if it's 7-game series, bro, and it goes to back to Phoenix, I mean, LeBron and AD are gonna have to have a magnificent game to win in Phoenix like that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go against your Lakers today, bro. I think Phoenix, if they play Game 7, bro, I think the Phoenix Suns win this one. I think.
Think so?
I don't know. I know you're Lakers, so I want to hear what you think.
No, I mean it was definitely concerning. I mean, the Suns are obviously number 2 seed for a reason. The reason why I'm kind of like whatever, like I'm frustrated that we lost, especially because I feel like we could have won that game. But I
Mhm.
feel like the reason why I'm like still have hope, that we're not because everyone's like, oh, you're gonna Suns in 4, Suns in 5. But I
Mhm.
feel like I mean Book, he went off. I think he had what 34,
Yeah, he
but
went off.
that's Devin Booker, bro. That's what he does. That's he's gonna do that against anyone. No one can
Mhm.
stop him. You can slow him down, but you can't stop him. So I feel
Right.
like Book's gonna do that every game. But then you got CP3, he has 7 points. You had what's his name? Do with the dreads?
Crowder.
Crowder, he had like less than 10 points. I know Saric was like not doing nothing, you know. So
Nothing.
Aiden had 21, which is a nice compliment for Booker. But I feel
Right.
like I'm also not concerned because LeBron has a history of like, I think it's stupid, but taking game one off, you know,
Yeah, that's
where
dumb.
like he doesn't want to show them everything he has. He wants to see what they have, and then boom, you flip a switch. Like I said, we lost to Portland last year. Same thing. I know you brought up Anthony Davis with the 13 points last year against Portland. His game one, he had 9 points.
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think we'll see another 13-point game from AD in this series,
Yeah,
but he needs to step it up though.
I feel like it's also the Lakers are trying to kind of um, like come together and learn how to play together again. Because like I said,
Hmm.
AD missed the 8 weeks, LeBron missed 20 plus games, Schroeder was out with the
Hmm.
COVID protocols. So I feel like they're also like trying to find that chemistry back on the court again. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be a tough series. I don't think the Lakers should run away with it. Like I know people who are like, okay, Lakers in five.
Hmm.
Like I'm not gonna be stupid about it. I'm like, oh yeah, easily Lakers in five. Could it happen? Yeah, I think so, but I'm not gonna bet my money against it. So I would say 6 or 7 game series. I got Lakers. I got to LeBron and AD over
Right.
Booker, who's never been to the playoffs. And Chris Paul is a big X factor. Has been there, but
Right.
he also has a track record of injury. He's
That's true.
never gotten that far in the playoffs. So if I had to, I got to pick LeBron and AD defending champs.
Yeah, and then also I think the extra chippiness from that game when Cameron Payne and his
Yeah.
name's Cameron Payne, yeah, Cameron Payne
Mhm.
and Montrezl Harrell and Caruso started fighting that they got a little brawl going. I think
Yeah.
that's gonna lead into the series, man. They're gonna be it's gonna be more chippy. They're gonna start pushing more, and I'm all for it, bro. I'm all
That's gonna
for it.
be like that Kobe series when he hit the winner, he hit the
Mm. Oh, was it
those
that one
series.
or when he
Yeah.
went like this?
Yeah. I think it was both, huh?
Was it both?
Yeah, shit. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good series. It's gonna be a good series.
Yeah.
And what the Phoenix Suns haven't been in the playoffs since like 11 years, bro.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see the Suns. I'm excited to see like some new teams.
Mm-hmm.
Not all these super teams. So,
So yeah, I'm excited to see
good
it.
one. You got Phoenix. I got Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Headed over to the East, bro. You got number one versus number eight. Philly leads Washington 1-0. What are your thoughts there, briefly?
I think this is gonna be a quick series, bro. Like to be honest, I wish the Wizards would put a little bit more of a fight. Um, and I watched a little bit of the game. I watched a little bit of that game too. Um, but it's just and Beats is dominant.
Mm-hmm.
I kept watching it, bro, and every time this guy like pulled up to a jumper, he would sink it all the time. He would
Yeah.
not miss. And I'm like, damn, bro, these guys are good, and they got length. They got Tobias Harris,
Mm.
Embiid, Ben Simmons,
Yeah.
even like Steph's brother and Seth Curry was making shots.
Yeah.
I think they're doing pretty good, and I think the Doc Rivers he heard the podcast last season,
Yeah,
and
probably.
because we were talking shit about.
Yeah.
So he finished first place, bro.
I know.
And we said he was gonna be a bust.
Yep.
So I think he heard the podcast and we lit a fire under him. So
Yeah.
but seeing from the Wizard, I mean, look, bro. I mean, Westbrook and the only guy who's scoring on that team, bro, is Beal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sorry to say, it's kind of like how the Warriors were. It was just Beal and Steph shooting,
Yep.
and as good of an athlete that Westbrook is, bro, that's all he is. Is a good athlete. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
like he can't shoot,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, bro, you're an athlete. Just drive and dunk, get fouled. But even on the foul line, he can't sink free throws.
Yeah.
So I mean, you hate to knock a guy like that because of how good of an athlete he is.
Yeah. The heart he has too.
Yeah. So, but it's like, man, come on, man. Like, you got to open three, take it.
Mm. Yep.
Just yeah. Literally, all I saw was Beal and Bertans, shooting, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, man, you guys are not gonna win. You're not gonna beat the Sixers, but it's just Beal and Bertans.
No way.
You got Westbrook there, who was an MVP at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're just starting to see that he's just a really great athlete.
Yeah.
You know. But I think this might be a sweep, to be honest.
Yeah. I got Philly at 4.
Right? I think Philly in 4. So
I mean, when
think
you got your your front court, they can give you 67 points, bro, in Harris and Embiid
Yes, bro.
alone. And then you have Seth getting you another 15 to start. You know, Simmons, he had a rough day. I think he had like 5 points,
He's like a
but
Draymond.
yeah, he's affecting the ball on the defensive side, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
He's a,
I really haven't been paying attention to like categories this year, but I've heard that he could be a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year.
I did read that.
And he's a
I did
point
read
guard,
that.
dude. The point guard, that's
Yeah.
insane, dude. You're starting a
Yeah.
point guard.
No, I
38.
gotta
I
tell
think
you.
he said that he had like 38 minutes and 5 points, but the way he's affecting the ball, the way he moves off the ball and then defensively, I feel like you can. It's Sixers. I think they might make a deep run.
No, I think so too. I think they're really good, and like I said, they're gonna just sweep through the Wizards and go on to the next round. But yeah, I think we both agree Sixers and four.
Yeah. The next one is a tough one. We got number 4 New York Knicks versus number 5 Atlanta Hawks, and surprisingly, Atlanta took game 1.
Let me tell you, bro, this was probably the best game I saw aside from, yeah, this is the best game I saw from the weekend aside from that Heat Bucks game,
Mm-hmm.
bro. The Knicks game at Madison Square. I think we said it too, bro. The NBA is better when the Knicks are doing good.
Yeah.
And oh man, that game was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm gonna take the Knicks
Mm-hmm.
because I want them to do good. I want them to do good. It's kind of just like you want the Lakers to do good and you want the Knicks to do good.
Right.
There's two meccas of basketball. I'm gonna take the Knicks. They dropped this game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, but it's hard to go against Trey Young. Trey Young he's starting to be that villain in the playoffs, kind of like Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Really good. It's, to be honest, but I didn't know anybody on the Hawks aside from Trey Young, like that name
Yeah.
wise.
Treya and Bogdanovich.
Oh, he was on the Kings, bro.
Yeah.
He was
Mm-hmm.
on the Kings. He's a shooter, and then this
Or
other
or
guy
is it or
named
is it
Herder.
Oh yeah, Bogdan is the one that's in Atlanta and Bojan is in Utah, right?
Is in Utah. Yeah, are
Yeah.
they brothers or no?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah. So them two, and then there's the other guy named Herder, some white guy on the Hawks who can
They
also
also
hit
got
threes.
Gallinari too
Oh, that's right,
off
that
the bench.
Gallinari.
So I don't know. I feel like the Hawks could make it interesting, but I don't know. I'm rooting for the Knicks, dude. It's been a while
Me
since they've
too.
been there. I like Julius Randle. Wish I wish we would have kept him, but at the same time, I think that's what he needed to flourish as a player. I think the
Hmm.
bright lights of LA were a little too much for him,
Too
especially
bright.
especially after breaking your leg, bro, in your
Oh,
in your pro debut. Rough. So I'm happy for Randall. Also like D Rose.
D
It's my
Rose,
guy.
bro. D
So
Rose.
I think it's gonna be a nitty gritty one too. I'll say Knicks in 6.
Yeah, because that one can also go to seven, bro.
Yeah, it could.
There's a couple series that they could probably go to seven.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. So I'm taking Knicks. I'm taking the Knicks in this one.
Alrighty. Moving on, another tough one. I know Milwaukee's already up 2-0, but you got Milwaukee against Miami, dude. What are you thinking there?
Based on what I saw the first game, and I mean I saw the second game too, but the first game I'm like, oof, the Heat they're gonna do what they did to them last year.
Yeah.
They're coming out, they can play, and I think it just came down to I want to say it was a lucky play, bro, where Middleton hit that jumper. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's just luck, bro. That's just luck. Because if not, the Heat could have probably taken that game to OT, if
Mhm.
anything. But I think the Heat bounced back in Miami.
Yeah.
I don't think they get swept.
No, definitely not.
I don't think they get swept. So I think that they come back, and I like Jimmy Butler, bro. I like Jimmy Butler and
Yeah,
stuff
me
like
too.
that, and I want him to do good. And he was, but I think I'm gonna give the slight edge, and Milwaukee wins this series. I don't think, but if they lose, bro, then that's some question marks for Giannis. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna give them benefit of the doubt. They're up 2-0.
Yeah.
They're up 2-0. I'm gonna say maybe they steal one in Miami, and they close it out in 5. But bro, if the Heat somehow manage to tie it up, it can be a series. But I'm gonna go with the edge with the defending MVP in Giannis, and I'm gonna take the Bucks this series.
Yeah, I feel like honestly all of the Eastern Conference, the bracket has a potential to go to like 7 games, bro.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I feel like the Bucks are going to be the Bucks, and I'm going to give it to Miami, even though they're
You think
down
so?
2-0. I think they're going to climb out of this hole. I feel like Miami just has too much heart, dude. They got the
They do.
nitty gritty guys like obviously Jimmy Buckets. We saw what he did last year in the finals. They got Trevor Ariza, who's like an old school type player. Iggy, old
Iggy,
school
bro.
type player. I feel like he comes off the bench, and you got Bam Adebayo. He can go toe to toe with anybody.
Yeah.
You know,
You got some.
Kendrick
You
Nunn's
got.
coming to his own.
Oh, that's right.
I mean,
I think
he doesn't show on the score sheet, but he affects the game pretty well.
that's right. He starts, bro. He's a starter.
Yeah, I think he only had like what 10 points maybe today.
Yeah. Don't
Um,
forget Duncan Robinson, bro. He can sling that thing.
yep. So I feel like Goran is he play?
Yeah. Goran Dragic
Yeah.
is on that
So
team.
yeah, so they got. I think they got like those type of players that want to go out there and give it their all. I feel like Milwaukee, we've seen it, year to year where they're up. And everyone's like, oh, it's a Bucks year. They're gonna make it out of the East, Bucks to the finals, and they just collapse, bro. Everything tanks. So I don't know. I think my gut is telling me Miami. Obviously, they're down 2-0. So the odds are in favor of Milwaukee and
Right.
Giannis. But I don't know. My gut is telling me go Miami right here.
Oh, there you go. I mean, it's gonna be fun to watch, man. That's a good series.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like blowouts like we saw today.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm excited to see when it goes back to Miami, bro. It should be
Yeah.
it should be fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. And last one is the one that was much anticipated: Brooklyn versus Boston.
Mm.
Brooklyn took the lead, and they're up 1-0, playing again tomorrow. So, what were your thoughts on that initial game one of the series?
I mean, it was close for the.
Celtics were up for a while.
Yeah, they were up. They were close. I mean, and it was Jason Tatum, and it was Cardiac Kemba who was making shots and whatnot.
Yep.
But I think if it's hard to bet against the Nets, bro, because they got a lot of firepower, and it looks like they actually want to play defense.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Nets here. But Boston needs to do something, bro, because it can't be just Jason Tatum. It can't be just him. And
Yeah.
the Nets knew like, all right, bro, they're gonna go through him all the time. So
Yeah.
they doubled him and they left somebody else open, and that other person couldn't hit the shot.
Yeah.
So that's why the Celtics were up for a while, and then they just ran out of gas. They just ran out of gas, bro, and they just took off. But I will take something positive is the center for the Celtics. I think his name is Williams.
Yes.
Dude had 7 blocks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Dude has 7 blocks. That fool is he could be an X factor, bro. And I mean he's gonna be one of the next big man who's gonna make it big in the league.
He could be what Tristan Thompson should have been.
He can be what Tristan Thompson should have been, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I watched the game, bro. I'm like, bro, this guy's blocking all the shots like that were coming up to him, and he's good, bro. I mean, I don't know if you caught the game, but if you have a chance to watch the Nets game and the Celtics this week, just
Yeah.
keep an eye on that guy, bro. You'll be surprised.
No, yeah, I caught glimpses of it. I was in and out of it. But I mean, I feel like it's hard to pick against Brooklyn when you have. I pulled up
Yeah.
the numbers right here.
Uh huh.
KD 32, Kyrie 29, the Beard 21. No, that's insane, dude. I mean,
All double digits.
double digits, almost.
That's insane, bro. That's insane.
Yeah, for when you got 3 guys that can go get you 20 plus. So I feel like it's hard to pick against them. But I will say, like we talked about before, they played like 7 games together all year long
That's right.
with all 3 of them. So injuries also always a big
concern.
risk for Kyrie, for Harden now. KD missed some time. So
Mhm.
I think if they stay healthy, it's kind of hard to pick against them. So I'm gonna go Nets in 5.
Yeah,
I think I think Boston steals 1.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We also got to see, man, those off court issues to make sure. What if Kyrie doesn't want to play one night and he's like,
Yeah.
bro, I don't want to play tonight.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe Celtics can steal one.
I feel like the Celtics need someone else to step up. Jalen Brown's gone. You said Kemba had I think 15 points. So the guy, what's his name? He came from Orlando. Fournier.
Oh, 40.
He needs to step up. He can shoot.
Bro, he looks like I had a toupee on, bro.
He can shoot though, bro.
He can, bro. He can, but
He had an off night. I think he was like only made 3 out of like 15 or some shit like that. But he can
forgot about
shoot.
Fournier.
Marcus Smart, nitty gritty player who affects.
Marcus Smart's dope, man. He's an unsung hero.
Mm-hmm.
He
Doesn't get the credit he deserves.
he gets the love that PJ Tucker got when he was
Yeah,
with the Rockets. I'm
yeah,
like, bro, Marcus Smart is just as good as PJ Tucker, bro.
yeah,
They bring that tenacity, that that oomph.
yeah.
But everybody was just talking about PJ Tucker and Marcus Smart was not talking about. But bro, they're the same, bro. They'll get in your face.
Yeah, they'll get in your
You
face,
know
but they'll dive all over the floor. They'll do whatever it takes to get a
exactly.
win, dude. So, I think it's gonna take more than Tatum. We know Tatum's gonna go off
Hmm.
every single night. So, I got Brooklyn though going 5.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It's gonna be interesting, dude. We got a long road ahead of us for this playoff bracket to play out. But I'm excited, man. It's gonna be night in and night out playoff basketball every single night,
Bro,
multiple games. So I'm gonna
I'm gonna
enjoy
be.
this
Me
until
too.
it gets the end. It's like, oh damn, there's no basketball for 2 3 days.
Yeah,
But it's insane, dude. Already how good the games have been, which I'm excited. I feel like it hasn't been this way in a few years, or to
it
where like
hasn't.
every single series is like, I'm locked in. I'm watching this. I want to
That's
see
right.
this. Like the Nets, bro. I mean the Knicks.
The Knicks, bro. Dude, I was glued to the TV watching that game, man. Because like it's that New York crowd, bro.
Hmm.
They're ruthless, man.
Yeah.
They were chanting that F word at Trey Young, bro, and then he silenced them.
Yep. No, yeah.
Oh
They don't play.
man,
They don't play in the Madison Square Garden, dude. They're insane up there.
nah,
So
I'm
interesting.
excited.
I think that pretty much wraps up tonight's episode.
Yeah,
Very basketball heavy. Had some good football content in there as well, though.
yeah,
Um, yeah, man. So I think that wraps it up. I'm going to be interested to keep watching going forward.
yeah,
Can't wait to touch on it next week. We'll probably be pretty close to the end of most of the series when we touch base again.
yeah.
But can't wait to
Wait,
touch.
yeah. We
Yeah,
will.
because you already got some games that are up 2-0.
Yeah, there's some
If
games that
they
are still to
sweep,
go.
it's definitely going to be over. So we could see some second round matchups next week. Um,
Yeah,
gonna be insane, man.
I'm juiced. Oh, quick. Who you got for the Mexican final? You got Cruz Azul or Santos?
I think I'm gonna give it to Cruz Azul.
Yeah,
I don't
they
know.
get the they get their first title in 25 years.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's their year, dude.
Yeah, I think so too. It's gonna be fun to watch, man. So just some soccer news there.
Had to sneak it in
But
somehow.
you had to sneak it
That's
in there.
that's our sport. So that's it for tonight, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for tuning in, man. A lot of great content coming forward, weekly shows. So thanks for tuning in, man.
yeah. What episode is this? What episode is this?
I want to say 7 or 8.
Damn, we're rolling, man.
Yeah, we're getting in there.
We're rolling into season 2, man.
Yeah, weekly shows, man.
Weekly shows. It's just the beginning.
Yep. Yeah, like we
Awesome,
said, we
Chris.
said, we said coming up soon. Guest appearances.
Oh, I'm excited, man. I'm
I,
excited for
I think I
that.
already got a few locked in. So
Yeah.
Stay tuned, guys.
All right. We'll be ready for that. We'll be ready for that.
All right, man. Let's get episode's over. It's a wrap. I'll see you next week, brother.
Right. Be safe. Enjoy. Watch some basketball, bro. Keep me posted with the NFL news. We're locked and loaded. Watch some soccer. There's also the Champions League final this weekend. So
Can't
if
wait.
you
Of
have time, watch that also.
course.
For all you listeners out there, let us know what you guys think. What do you guys want to listen to? And we're here. Let us
Yeah,
know.
dude. I've gotten a few people that are like, hey, where's the episodes at, man? What are you guys talking about next? Like last week was fire content. So appreciate you guys rocking with us, man. And
That's right.
as always, stay tuned.
That's it. Peace,
All
Chris.
right.
Be safe, man.
Peace out, man.
Peace.